Alright everybody, Martin here, round 3 of the Legacy League, and we are once again on the play. And sadly we have to mulligan the no-landers. Keep this is a really nice one-lander. And maybe we don't want Strix number 2. Like, just in case we're up against something like combo or whatever. I think 1 Strix is plenty. So, let's see what our opponent has for us. Ancestral Vision, okay, so it's Shardless. So I guess Strix would have been nice. But it's also really nice to just cast Shardless Agent. Let's just hope we don't hit like Decay here. Strix. Strix works. And we didn't reveal any other cards, so they think we're Shardless Agent. Or like, yeah, Bug Shardless. We'll just yield to that, suspend. So, if they cast the Goyf here, they don't cast Strix. Alright. I think Strix is something we just have to let resolve. And I don't think that we are going to want to quote-unquote waste a decay on the Strix. So here we put back Food Chain, but we don't fetch. So I want to draw Food Chain next turn and just serve in here. See if they take the trade. They do. In that case, we take their land, play out a second Strix, draw the Food Chain, and we can get a fresh draw step next turn. So if we can ever get them to commit their mana from any point on here, onwards here, like drawing Fierce Empath or Emrakul wins us the game, assuming they don't have double force. So feel pretty good here. We have a decay for their first Goyf, and we have force. Okay, Wasteland it's not the end of the world. I'm actually not even sure they're supposed to Wasteland us here. Okay, they have a Goyf, sure. And suspend another vision. So ideally we want to be over with this before vision. Oh, easy game, easy life. Oops. Let's just do this right. Like if they have force, let's get them to commit it. But I don't think so. They just pretty much just F6'd on the Food Chain. So it looks like they are going to make us go through with this, which is okay. I mean, they saw us grab Emrakul, so this is just time wasting. But it's the way it works. I don't mind it. I'm not above it myself. It is a bit annoying. So here we just have to get to 19 mana, or 19 mana, so 5 from the Emrakul, sorry, 15 from the Emrakul. Our opponent is writing, I'm confused. What about? Ah, I guess they don't know how the Griffin works. They're asking where did it come from? The game doesn't say. Ah. Okay, so maybe apparently didn't say. Alright, so they concede. So I still haven't really worked out the kinks of this matchup, to be honest. Like, I don't know if I want to just board in like the hymns, the Nillion cliques, and go super grindy, and then like have to outgrind them. It seems really hard when they also have hymns, but also have ancestral vision. That said, now that he knows what's up, it's unlikely that he will allow me to food chain. Having said that, I think like their abrupt decays are kind of overworked with all of our Strix and death rights. We definitely want the murderous cut as additional goif removal. We want Notion Thief because that could just be like such a beauty, thing of beauty. We want Clique. I think it's good against their planeswalkers. And let's just try some number of hymns and see if we can find stuff we want to cut. I think I've actually grown a little bit sort of out of love with Gurmag Angler in this matchup because Goif is always like a 6-7 or a 7-8. At the very least a 5-6 because there are, between his and my list, that we have like 16 artifact creatures, so there's always an artifact in the yard. Chances are there's going to end up being like a planeswalker in the yard at some point, and with between Food Chain and Sylvan Library on both sides. Sylvan, I mean, there's also an enchantment, so I think I'm not even sure I want any Gurmag Angler, to be honest. I think that also means we can skimp on an empath. I think maybe we don't want 4 hymns, because the hymn late game is kind of meh. Maybe we just 2 hymns. So I guess maybe we want to cut a food chain. Actually, no, let's cut a couple of Force of Wills. Actually, let's cut 3 Force of Wills and go up to playing 3 hymns. I forgot about Force. Yeah, Force is not at its best here. Neither is this hand. They're playing Wastelands and they're on the play. I don't think we can keep this. Oh, this is so ugly, but oh, can we keep this? I don't think we can mulligan. Brainstorm is nice. But Brainstorm here is also awkward, because if we want to have it up, we need to play out Froth, and that leaves us open to Wasteland, so I think actually we just do this. And if they have the second land and him, then that's kind of annoying, but if they don't have a fetch land, they can't go 3-mana ramp. Whatever. They don't have a turn 2 play, so maybe they have Clique. So I think here we just want to Strix. So Verdant Catacombs gets Forest, we have Island Forest Swamp, so that's nice. We can be somewhat Wasteland proof. I wonder what they have, but they didn't play anything last turn. And not this turn either. Okay. Sorry, that changes things a bit in terms of fetching basics. We still have the island here, so I mean, so we're gonna get Bayou, and we're gonna hymn them. And we hit Verdant Catacombs in a Force, so nothing too exciting. So now their Death Right can get to work draining us. Yeah, they brainstorm. So if we find Griffin, then like we are approaching comboing off. Oh, then finding Wasteland is bad. So bad. Wish we had touched the forest, maybe. But whatever. So I think we just attack here. Drawing another land is obviously nice. The next turn we can brainstorm. So they have 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. And they were sitting on a force before. So they could be still sitting, like they could have like double force or whatever. I feel like there's a pretty good chance they have decay in hand and they're just not willing to shoot it off on fire it off on Baleful Strix, which makes sense. Him is nice. Well, there's the oh wow, that was a pretty fantastic brainstorm. The only thing is, like, if we want to him them, that means we won't have, like, we can't do everything here. If we want to him them, then we need to put back Deathrite and Force, assuming we still want to have our combo. But hemming them might just end them, like, because they're sitting on decay for sure for our combo. I think we're going to do that. It's a bit risky, but we're not under a huge amount of pressure here. If they have it, like if they find a 3rd Wasteland, then we're really sad. I think anything they do here, we're gonna worse. Like anything that just is slightly relevant. Come on, hit decay, hit decay. They hit Pulse and Force. Ooh, does that mean they have decay as their 3rd card? I think we're gonna risk it next turn. Maybe Pulse was their big thing, and then the Force, and they have a blue card. Yeah, they drain us down to 12. Okay, so they're doing something now. Agent, I guess, yeah. Or this is, if this is decay, then it's bad because then they decay our Strix. That means we won't be doing anything next turn. Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf is fine. I don't think we force this. We just, if we draw a land or a creature, then we win. And there isn't really anything they could have except for Mindbreak Treadle. So I'm guessing they don't have anything relevant here. If they had decay, I think they would keep it up, but maybe, I mean, Shardless Agent is tempting. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll put back Catacombs and Food Chain. And we will play out Food Chain and pass the turn and just hope they don't find, like if they find decay and use it here, then we take 4, 6, 8. So that's fine. And I think they are incentivized to use their decay now if they have it. Oh, never mind, they have Liliana? Toxic Deluge. Yeah, they have no cards in hand, so I guess we just win. It's a certainty now. So I feel like usually against Shardless, there's a whole heap of stuff going on in the early turns, and here they just played out that death right and did nothing. But I guess we himmed them twice, right? Yeah. And yeah, so hymns were nice here. So this feels pretty neat. 3-0. Let's just finish this and go for a 4th round. So even though this is like not what you want to do, I think I'm just gonna shortcut here, so to speak, and then just get to 15, cast Emrakul, because there's no, hang on, there is actually, they could eat a creature, so we do need to. I'm not saying that there's any way they come back from it, but I want to have lethal in one swing here. I was just gonna cast Emrakul and then not have enough mana to replay that Griffin. But they actually get to. Oh no, never mind. They have to fetch to drain with the Deathrite, which would take them to 13, and then they only go up to 15, and then Emrakul would still be lethal. So, but whatever. We're doing it this way instead. Just trying to save a bit of time, but. Yeah, he's bemoaning the hymns we had. They did do a lot of work. So, let's just annihilate. Alright, 3-0 up. Awesome.